No más. Ahora porquita toda madre. Destino cruel. Conjunto Bernal. Vámonos. Parece viernes.
Destino cruel, ven a platicar conmigo.
One of the voices in this song. That man's son is here tonight. I'm going to talk to him, man. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. At Kingsville. But let me do the introduction by welcoming everybody to hashtag PBT Wednesday Night Live. Vámonos, rezo. Parece viernes, papá. Brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. If you feel sluggish, tired, gain weight, que no te dan ganas de hacer nada con la baby doll. El weekend nomás quieres estar echado en la cama, en el couch, ahí nomás viendo TV. No tienes nada de ganas de nada. Es que a lo mejor te falta un poquito de testosterone. 1-855-771-1650. Or you can go to drts.com, learn more about hormone replacement therapy. A lo mejor eso es lo que necesitas, un poquito de testosterone, papá, porque se te está acabando, ¿entiendes la onda? That happens with age, it's natural. A unos más pronto que a otros, ¿ok? Weight loss therapy. ¿Quieres perder unas cuantas libras antes de Thanksgiving? Porque sabes que en Thanksgiving te vas a atascar la avena, carnal. Asústame one time. 3 platos.
Yikes.
Y de ahí te pones a ver a los Cowboys con pumpkin pie, pecan pie. ¿Por qué chinga no puede nomás ver pumpkin pie?
No, there has to be all types of pies.
Tiene que ver pumpkin pie, pecan pie, apple pie,
sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato. Y te dan un pedazo de cada uno como si, oye, ¿qué pasó aquí? Y te los comes.
You have to.
Te lo dan, te traen el plato. Babe, no le echaste nada de Cool Whip. Oh, chinga, hasta Cool Whip quiere este vato, chinga. IV vitamin infusion, that gives you energy and también it boosts your immune system, okay? Peptide therapy, it's a fountain of youth. Si tienes unos 56 años y tu chavalo tiene 35, van a pensar que son hermanos, carnal. Asústame, güey. Te vas a ver bien chavalón.
Hey, Rock, you know how we have SpaceX?
Uh-huh.
In Brownsville, right?
Chaz Corona, ladies.
How you doing, everyone? Yeah, you know, if you're having your trouble with your liftoff, you're going to have your own SpaceX liftoff between your legs, brother.
Yeah.
And then off to the stratosphere, courtesy of Dr. T.
Space Mountain de Ric Flair no atrae nada, carnal.
No, it's SpaceX in the crotchal area. Thank you, Dr. T.
Hoy no más.
Pero no mi mera madre, otra que se me anda ingriendo.
Salud pa'l Chaz. Hey, we also want to thank Joe's Master Service Center. Órale, Joe. El Brotherhood. Proudly serving the local Edinburgh, Texas area for 50 years. Si necesitas 24-hour towing, ahí lo tiene. Oil change. Necesitas Freon. Necesitas aire en las llantas. Necesitas que te chequeen el aceite. Un oil change o te cambien las llantas. Rotate. Joe hace todo. He does it all. And he's there. If you're going to go there, you're not going to deal with anybody else but Joe, porque he puts his name behind his work. Y bueno, nomás ahí te chequea el aceite. He's a hands-on guy. And down to earth and straight up honest. This guy, te trae la mera neta. No te va a candy coat ni una chingada. You know, Joe's Master Service Center, 383-1882. And the reason he's like that is because he wants the exact best for your vehicle. Okay? Joe'sMaster.com. Necesitas unas llantas. And the best thing about Joe'sMaster.com es, si quieres un oil change, tú sabes, cuando decides hacer el oil change, vas para allá y de ahí le dices, I need an oil change. Okay, we'll get in line. When you go online, you set your appointment and he's waiting for you. Si pones 10 de la mañana el jueves o el viernes, llegas ahí a las 10 de la mañana, ya está Joe listo ahí con el aceite y todo. Y in and out. And that's a good thing about joesmaster.com. Órale. Asústame el Brotherhood. We're going to bring him back before the holiday season. So, my beautiful wife and producer...
I'm here. I'm behind the scenes. What's up? Thank you guys for everyone that's on the chat zone already. Iris Cantu, Dario Puig, Sal in the house. Yes, we're live. Of course we're live. JC, Hector de la Rosa, Eddie del Norte. What's up, guys?
And when are we going to get do I have to go buy a camera tomorrow or something? Or what do you want, babe?
An iPhone 14 Pro Max, por favor,
no quiere
please.
nada. Yo tenía que ir a sacar un loan y un iPhone 14
Pro Max.
Le cambian a la pinche cámara un poquito.
No. They just changed the number. I don't even think anything changes, honestly.
¿Verdad? Te dicen que traes esto y traes lo otro y they just
It's
tweak
the
the camera.
same.
They tweak the
It's
camera
the
y te cobran otro 2,000 bolas para la... And you know they start slowing your phone down.
That's
you know?
exactly what started happening to me this weekend. Remember this
Sí.
weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I was going crazy.
Yeah.
That's what it was, and it was a message. They were sending me a message: get an iPhone 14
Yeah.
Pro Max.
Es lo que quiere. Yo también quiero uno. No tú nomás, no nomás tú. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Chaz. I guess we'll formally introduce you to Chaz, right? Chaz, what's going on, Chaz?
Hello, everyone. Hello. You know, I want to commend everyone that's dedicated in the chat zone. They are one dedicated bunch. And, you know, Sal in the house just finished a semester. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yay! All right, Sal.
He's on his way. He wants to be a professor like myself.
¿Estás sacando el PhD o qué?
Yeah, he's working on that. And shout out to Ernesto Gonzalez, who says, puro cowboy.
Woo!
And Ernesto, shout out to you and the Cowboys. In fact, everyone that's in the chat zone, it's very commendable. In fact, the word of the day is they are very laudable.
Laudable?
Congratulations, everybody,
Audible.
for tuning in
Wow.
and being part. You see, you learn here. As we say in San Benito, we make your education more better.
What the hell does laudable mean, dude?
Commendable. Like it
Like giving
deserves.
praise?
Praiseworthy.
It's like the correct way to say te sacaste la daga.
Yeah.
Right,
Órale,
yeah.
es todo,
Te sacaste el laudable.
Te sacaste el dedo. Te sacaste el dedo, carnal.
That's right. So shout out to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Los Vidal in the house today. What's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
It's a pleasure to be here, man. Lots of energy. It's been one of our bucket lists to come out to the show and to talk to you guys and be a part of the entertainment business, man.
Well, it's been part of our bucket list to get you in here, bro. Órale. Esto. ¿Y quién traíste contigo? ¿Traíste un guardaespaldas, bro?
Sí.
Parece-
To Skina? You have Skina? Or what?
Esquina. Introduce yourself, brother.
Hi, I'm John.
Ahí es. Ahí,
I work for this guy.
He sounds like Mike Tyson.
with a Slipknot shirt. Hi, I'm John. Hi, I'm John.
Hi, John.
John Recedo, saludos, John. John, you're a plumber, bro.
Yes, sir.
Te dicen la mera pipa, carnal. Te dicen la mera pipa porque... Yeah. Where are you from, John?
I'm from Kingsville, too.
También, Kingsville. So, Javier was... Are you living in San Antonio, Javier?
I work in San Antonio, so
You work.
I'm go back and forth. Yeah.
2 horas.
Sí.
Y manejas de Corpus para San Antonio todos los días.
Todos los días.
Y allá es donde está todo lo que estás haciendo y todo. Y ahí vienes para atrás para la casa.
Para la
So,
casa.
¿qué horas te arrancas para San Antonio en la mañana?
A las 4:30.
A las 4:30, carnal.
Whoa.
Sure.
Yeah. Y de ahí te regresas a las 5, llegas a las 7.
You know, it's like 7:30 because of traffic.
Sí.
You know, factor in the traffic.
Wow, man. ¿Y qué andas haciendo allá en San Antonio? ¿Qué?
Pues, I sell legal drugs.
Órale.
Legal
Pharmaceutical.
Pharmaceutical.
Órale, está bueno.
Yeah.
Oye, yo me friqueo en TV, es todo lo que miras, puros commercials de pharmaceuticals. y de ahí al último, ¿no? Los
Yeah.
pinches side effects y la chingada, ¿no?
When you watch the news channels, you know, puro,
Yeah.
like, do you want to buy silver? Do you need medication?
Yeah.
That's when you're on the older channel.
It's like the overnight spots or the overnight, peddling commercials are
Right,
now
yeah.
regular programming, right?
Yeah. Are you sluggish?
Call me 1-900. I remember those at 2 a.m, dude.
The party line.
Yeah. So and I freak out with like if you have anal bleeding, your eyes start bleeding, and your tongue falls out. Side effects can be right or whatever. Yeah.
Those are hell of a side effects. I mean, like, that's like
Death.
death. Right? I mean, really.
You're gonna want to die at that time.
Then we have the casket for you.
Side effects can cause anal bleeding. eye bleeding.
If you have anal and eye bleeding, it sounds like you're in county. I mean, that's a rough crowd.
Or what's the name of that disease or that virus from Africa?
Ebola.
Ebola. Dude.
Ándale.
I knew Javier would know, dude.
Los Vidal should make a song about that.
Yeah. Te voy a dar una Ebola de chingazos.
¿No te pones curioso?
Yeah.
Because there'll be side effects after.
Oh man, babe, put on the video of these guys. A brand new. Well, it's not brand new. I think it's like 4 years old or 2 years old. It's a ver, ponla, baby, la rola, para que everybody can check them out. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Ese es cuando estabas con Freddie Records,
La
¿verdad?
vida no perdona.
Está bruta la rolita esa, bro.
Yes, sir, with Freddie Records, man. Great experience there.
How long ago was that, bro?
Actually, about a year. This video was about 3 years ago.
The melody is awesome, bro. The vocals.
Was that your hand?
No, that was the messing around with the chick.
The whole story is that's your chick, right? And then she's messing around with that guy.
Exactly, but she didn't know that I paid the guy.
Wow.
Yeah, it all comes with experience, right?
Yeah.
So you paid the guy, so he's like a plant. Yeah, he's like undercover, and then just to see if she'd fall for it.
Right, she has my credit cards and my access, and you know, the guy takes her to in the video. He takes her to the bridge where the beach is at, and I show up. I give him the money and I take my credit card.
Yeah, bro.
That's a hell of a plot.
You got to check out the video, ladies and gentlemen. And then I found one. Put the other one, babe. Put the other one. This was freaking out, bro. I saw it. I go, no, me estaba bien chavalo, bro. Back in 14 years ago, dude, or 15, or even longer than that.
Probably longer than that.
Because the video upload said 14 years.
Probably longer than that. Maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Because that was when we first got involved with Secta in Monterrey.
Órale.
That was his
Yeah.
first song
Servando
with
Cano.
Servando Cano. Yeah.
Míralo, ahí estás, bro. Ese chavalo bien preppy de aire.
You look like your own son.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, I didn't know a lick of Spanish, bro.
No, bro. Fíjate. Yeah. And then, that video, did you film it there in Kingsville? Ah, no,
No, it's
Corpus.
Corpus. He was at the aquarium.
Sí sabe.
Va cada año con la escuela, carnal, esta. Yeah, she got, look, she goes to the University of Miami. She's been, so this song is about, like,
Yeah, she's leaving and you know it's over. Yeah.
I bet that's
Ya
painful,
sé,
no? I mean,
ya
if you-
sé, ya sé.
Yeah. Puro dolor, bro. Escribe ese puro dolor de mujer que tan, te han, ¿cómo dice? Picado los ojos o cómo se dice?
Pues no, look, fíjate que at that time those songwriters from Cerca wrote all the songs for us.
Okay.
But now, you know, myself and a real good friend of mine, Jerry Alvarez, you know him from Los Gallitos.
Sí.
Jerry, we've been writing a whole lot of music together, man. So great things happening, you know. So we're just collaborating, and that was another bucket list thing of mine that I would tell Danny that, you know, one of these days I want to work with, you know, with Jerry, and I want to work with other artists in the industry, and those things are coming to light.
Yeah.
So,
What age are you now, bro?
I'm 47.
47?
Yeah.
And your dad, bro, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this guy's dad was a singer with the Bernal, with Paulino Bernal.
Sir.
So you were born and raised there in Kingsville? Okay.
Born and raised in Kingsville.
The first time I met you, there were 3 of you, right?
Yeah, there's still, well, there was 4 of us.
Uh-huh.
Actually 4. And of course, now there's 3 of us. My brother Rudy passed in 2005. So, you know, we've been keeping the music going, but I remember meeting you the first time.
Well, I remember meeting Rudy,
Yeah.
and before he passed, he had he was in dialysis and stuff like that.
Yes,
So
sir.
what would happen with him? Was he born with a weak kidney, or
You know, I think when they were in California, my mom and dad lived in California, and Rudy became ill. His appendix ruptured.
Okay.
So with all that poison, it kind of did some damage internally.
Oh, wow.
And he started having kidney problems about a year later. So it wasn't anything that happened just because, it was because of that.
Yeah.
Right. So then he had to go on dialysis by the age of 12, and got his first transplant at 15.
That's tough, bro.
Back and forth, you know, and he had so many complications, man. That time, practicing medicine or surgeries weren't as efficient, right?
Yeah.
You know, they do surgery on him, they nick his colon. Now he's got to walk around in junior high with a colostomy bag. And,
Oh, man.
You know, that kids are mean, man.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
You know, so he had to go through all that. So one thing that Rudy really looked up for was music.
Yeah.
So when we were born, that's all he put for us is like listening to Jackson 5, listen to old.
So he was older than you guys.
Yeah.
How much older was he than you?
He was 15 older than me.
15 years older?
Yeah, than me.
So he was 15 when you were born?
Yes, sir.
So you're 47, he'd be almost 60 or what? How old would he be, babe? Right? 47, 57?
He'd be about 60.
61?
Yeah.
Wow. I remember meeting him, bro. He was such a happy-go-lucky dude, man. He was
Sure.
real cool. And then it was you and him, and then you had another brother. It was three of you that were doing voices. Like,
Danny,
you were
yeah.
all singing. It was a harmony thing.
Harmony, man.
And they were comparing you guys to Bernal, Los Chachos, all that, dude. And I'd hear the music. And back then, it was a bit more Tejano, you know.
Yes.
This was like the 90s when Tejano was huge and you guys jumped in on it and,
Yeah.
you know, decided. And then as Tejano faded away, you know, didn't die, right? But it just kind of faded away because
Right.
Norteño came in and it just like the late 90s, it was like grunge to rock and roll, man. You know, it was like
Exactly.
grunge to metal, you know. And Norteño came in. You guys changed and evolved and recorded music sounding like Duelo and, you know,
Right.
that kind of stuff, right?
It was a transition for us because we went from singing, you know, a lot of these places we would be at a cappella, right? And so everywhere we went, we didn't play instruments. We never touched the bajo, accordion, nothing. And so all we would do was show up and sing a cappella.
Like Little Joe and his brothers. It was Little Joe, Rocky, and Johnny.
Yeah.
Those guys would sing. That's all they would do. That's
all we did.
And so when I met you guys, I was like, and then I heard you guys, dije, no, hombre, qué padre. So you were born in Kingsville. So your dad was already with Bernal when you were born.
My dad sang with Bernal in the 50s. So
Órale.
he recorded Destino Cruel, Mujer Paseada, Carta Siete Hojas, Borra Quisiera. He recorded like 8, 9 tunes with him.
Mhm.
Went on the road. You know, was already by that time was already married with my oldest brother as his son, and you know, his first spill with music going far, whatever. You know, he ended up in county somewhere.
Oh,
'Cause they were in an accident and they borrowed a car. You know,
and who
because
was this again?
This is my dad,
Okay.
Eloy, and
Yeah.
El Mojao on the drums.
Sí.
que se llama.
Órale.
So they were showing up there in Lubbock. You already know, in the 50s.
Yeah.
You know, they borrowed a car. Well, in the back, I guess the guy had moonshine.
Uh-huh.
So they were in a wreck. Sheriff shows up.
And they got moonshine. And they were in Iraq. And they all go to jail.
No, just my dad. My
Oh.
dad took the rap.
Your dad took the rap. So what did he have? Did he have to go do time?
He went in and they got him off. They had to do like some, what do they call it? Like the hours, you know?
Yeah, probation or
like
something?
like
or-
a probation deal,
Uh-huh.
but he didn't have to do no time. And
Yeah.
that's when he said, hanging it up.
Yeah.
He made a decision.
So he stopped performing.
Yeah.
And what year was that again?
It's in the 50s. I want
The
to say
50s.
58, something
Oh.
like that. So he was just like, you know what? I need to get a job and support my family. And
You know, Paulino Bernal just passed away, and
Yes, sir.
he was 83 or something like
Yes,
that.
sir.
And to it's pretty interesting that in the 50s they were already at it, man.
Yes,
They
sir.
were playing all over the place, bro.
Yep.
Yeah. And then so you grew up in Kingsville, went to school there and all that?
Yes, sir. Went to school there, born and raised. Went to college there.
72 or 73? What year were you born?
I was born in 75.
75. Orale.
It's a good year.
Yeah. Right before the bicentennial.
Yes, sir.
76.
That's right.
So then you were going to school throughout up to what, 85, something like that, or
93.
93?
Yeah, and then I took a leave of absence from school, went on the road, did that for, till like 2001. Then I started going back to school slowly to college. So
When you were in high school, you were in band and stuff, or choir or anything like that?
I was in choir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your other brother, you have, of course, your older brother that passed away, and there was another one above you
Yeah,
too.
there's Ronnie. Ronnie Vidal is a segunda singer. He was about maybe 10 years ahead of me. So
Yeah.
and then Danny, my younger brother, he was younger than me. So he was still in school when we started going on the road.
And right now, who's playing with you?
So we have Danny on bass and vocal, myself, Ronnie. We have Jason Macias on drums, and then we have actually JT from the Valley, Harlingen, on the accordion.
Órale.
John will sit in, when Jason can't make it, he fills in.
So, John, you're a drummer, John?
Yeah, I play the drums.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah, I've been playing for like 15 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Wait, how old are you?
24.
Oh my goodness.
So he was 10. 10. Like, I had Joey Jams here. That guy was like 10 when I saw him. 11.
Do you do multiple genres or mostly rock?
Yeah, I try to venture to different stuff. I help out these guys. I play with some country guys over there in Kingsville, and then several variety groups.
So you stay busy. And it's good to do all that. Don't just stick to one genre.
Yeah, it's real
You know,
fun, man.
yeah. And then you can invoke some of the one genre into the other, and come up with pretty your own style and shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and so back in the 90s, you guys got a little record deal going, right? ¿Con quién andaban?
In the 90s, actually, we the way the story goes is that we started performing around Texas with Selena. But that was more so Rudy was the one calling, and he called Abraham
Yeah.
and said, hey, I got my brothers and we sing a cappella. And because, Abraham comes from that style.
The Dinos.
Right? He goes, oh, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and come over here and let me hear what you sound like. And if you're good, I'll let you know if you're good. And if you're not, I'll also let you know that you're not. So when he said that, I'm not going to lie, I was a young punk, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he said that? Let's go show him what's up.
Yeah. Well, you had to.
Rudy was like, wait a minute. I said, no. He said, he's going to tell us if we're good enough. I said, man, let's go in there and show that old man what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then? So we went and we started, and he just stayed quiet. What else you got? So we went from like, We Belong Together to Billy Joe to In the Still of the Night to, just song after song after.
You're mine,
Yeah,
we belong
Right.
together. And all in 3 different voices, bro?
Yeah, 4
4?
voices.
Golly,
So
man, but that sounded amazing,
He
bro.
was like, I got to call AB. So then he calls AB, and AB comes and he listens. He's like, yeah, Dad, let's put him in the show. So then we started performing with Selena in Houston, Dallas, Laredo, San Antonio. So, but then, we didn't play instruments, so we would show up, and the venues would be super packed, and they throw us in front of like 3,000 people, and all we're doing is singing a cappella, and everybody's just watching you.
Yeah. And how long did that last? And was that experience,
It was a good run. Up until, the tragedy happened,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then
So then and it was just a cappella. You never had a band or anything?
nothing, man.
Wow. And he didn't want to, like, Abraham never said, hey.
Oh, that was the plan, but when the tragedy happened, it kind of just
So then,
shifted.
how long was it before the Selena's passing?
I think we were with them for about a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
Wow. And then what happened? What did you think when that happened? Like, oh man, what's going to happen to us now? Or
Yeah,
what was the plan, man?
The plan after that was to we understood the situation, right? So it was very touchy, delicate situation.
Yeah, dude, it was sad, bro.
So
I could imagine the way you guys felt that were with her and her family most of the time.
It was hard. It was hard because I got a call from my uncle. Did you hear what happened? I was like, what happened? And at that time, I don't even think we had cell phones, but they finally mentioned it. We saw the news, and it was sad, man, because it was so much potential there to do more, and for her, and we're just happy to be part of the ride, right?
Yeah.
But that ceased after that, and so for our careers to further in a different direction, we ended up signing a contract with Joey Records.
Joey.
Yeah. So we went that way, and then it was their idea because of the vocals to do Conjunto Bernal.
Music.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they had the guys from San Antonio record the music, and we just sang.
Yeah.
So we did 10 songs, de Bernal. It was great experience. And then he says, okay, y'all got an album, man. It's awesome. Now go get the gigs. I was like, well, are you gonna get the group? He's like, no, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, me? I don't play nothing. Well, you better learn.
Yeah.
So we had to ramp up and learn something.
Sí.
So we had to learn the music.
Yeah.
All inexperienced.
Y levantaste el bajo sexto. What was the first thing you picked up?
The bajo sexto, and because I played guitar,
That thing's difficult to learn, isn't it, bro?
it is difficult.
Uh-huh.
So,
Did you
is.
get any lessons? Did anybody teach you or give you some,
I'll send a shout out to David, David out there in Kingsville, Texas. David Rios, younger than me, younger cat. I had to call him. I said, man, you ever play a bajo before? And he's like, yeah. So will you come over and just show me the basic, like just how to make a chord? What am I looking at? He came over, he showed me 3 chords, and that was it.
Damn.
But I always recognize that because he didn't have to come over.
No.
Right? And so
that was awesome.
yeah, so
And that's the way it should be all around, man.
Exactly.
You know, you gotta pass it on. You know,
Exactly
leave your
right.
legacy in somebody else, your experience, your knowledge. That's what you do. You educate others so they can get to maybe even go to the next level with what you teach them, you know?
That's what you want. You
Yeah.
want that for everybody.
And then, so you got with Joey, you recorded an album, you went and got a band.
Yeah.
And you started playing an instrument.
Started
How long was
jamming.
it after he told you that you guys had your first gig?
3 months.
3 months? So de volá, uno recio.
I already had a wedding booked.
Oh, see? Hey, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you don't have anything booked, pues no te mueves, carnal. Hey, pues tenemos una tocada, carnal. We need to get together. We need to learn these songs. You need to, it pressures you.
Pressure.
You know, and that's why I had friends that had a band and they were rehearsing or saying, when are y'all playing? Well, we haven't gotten a gig yet. Oh, you get a gig and then you'll probably get a lot more efficient.
Further. You get more further.
And you get efficient in your practice and you get better because you got to play, you know.
Right. Now you have an agenda, right?
Yeah.
And I remember that wedding. I always recall it because they called and say, hey, man, we want to hire you for a gig. How much you charge for a wedding? Shoot, $500, bro. Done. I was like, cool. We start getting closer to the date and I'm like, Danny, what equipment we're going to use? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, dang. So then I make a phone call and like, hey, want to rent the equipment for, this night, blah, blah, blah. How much do I need to pay you? Oh, $400. I was like, exactly.
Right.
Oye, en ese tiempo.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. I booked it for 4 hours.
Uh-huh.
They go, you're going to play 4 hours? We're going to give you 4 hours of music, $500.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I had to rent the equipment, I was like, well, everybody's making $20
Yeah.
for 4 hours.
But you got to get out there, and then that one gig, others will spawn out of it, right?
it
and then
did.
you'll end up being able to
it did.
negotiate and raise your rate and stuff
Right.
like that.
We were so green in it that, after that, we were.
Everybody in every genre plays for free. Exposure, that was the way. Querían tocar, vato, va a haber exposure.
Exposure. See, I still hear that. See, it's okay because you know what? Exposure is great, man. Because you're right. You don't know what's gonna come out of that gig. Who's listening to you? Who's gonna follow you on Instagram and buy this or book you for this or tell somebody else for I heard this band and so. You got to play
110%.
That's it.
You don't know who you're going to win over, and that opens another door.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it happens over and over and over again.
No, hombre, with my band, we played allá con Raulito at his little pavilion over there at Strawberry Festival.
Strawberry Fest.
Fuimos allá, nos arrancamos de aquí como a las 6 de la tarde y tocamos ahí en Potira a las 10 de la noche. Llegamos como a las 9:30, yo creo. Y then we had to haul our stuff pretty far, ¿verdad, babe?
Yeah, rolling everything.
Y estaba mi
everything.
jefe, pusimos a mi jefe y su señora de Brody's y la chingada, ¿no?
Yeah.
Fuimos y seteamos y la chingada y pues se vinieron como, because there was another big stage and every pavilion had music and stuff. So we had about 20 people,
Okay.
But I told the guys, hey, man, we play like there's 20,000.
That's right.
You never know all it takes is one person in there to get us another gig somewhere else. So at the end of the night, we gave it 110%. And I talked to Raulito and, we didn't get paid or anything. We did it. Raulito gave us the opportunity and we're starting out. We wanted exposure. And I was getting sponsors, with my social media so I could pay my guys, so I can keep the guys, with the band. And so I talked to Raulito after the show y le digo, hey, Raulito, muchas gracias. Todo dijo, hey, pues de repente they book you. Aquí estaba la señora que hace book todos. She was impressed with you all.
Awesome.
And I was like, órale, shit, I mean, I'm glad we went 110% instead of saying, pues nomás son, let's just chill out,
Right.
But no, man, you got to play like that every time. Even if you're sick. Michael Jordan had the flu.
That's right.
You remember? And he freaking played his ass off.
You got to do that.
So the gigs came around, and what happened after that? Joey, how long were you with Joey?
Man, we were with them probably 3-4 years.
In the 90s?
In the 90s.
Up to 98, 90, 99?
About 99.
Sí. Y de ahí that's when Tejano started kind of shifting, and it was turning norteño.
It was turning norteño, and we were still jamming that style, right? The conjunto, right?
Oh yeah, but before we go there, with Joey, the deal you had was, did they give you like some money to record an album, or
No, we didn't make no money.
what was the contract, man? Or was it like, sabes qué?
Hey, it was one of those that puro palabra, right?
Uh-huh.
And hey, you record, we're gonna promote you. Yeah.
And
They always say promote, right? But
yeah.
they send an email. It's promoting.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what back then when Tejano was really, hitting well and everything.
People used to make the rotation, right?
Yeah, they'd make the rotation, but out of all the bands that one label had, they had to give priority to our other three, and some of them were at the very bottom, man.
Yeah.
And did that happen to you guys there?
Of course, we were starting out. I mean,
Uh-huh.
as a matter of fact, that's when they had signed Michael Salgado.
Oh yeah.
It was
Cruz de Madera,
right.
bro.
It was Michael, it was us, and the Garcia brothers.
Mhm.
And
So you were third tier con aquellos vatos.
see,
Wow.
yes, sir.
Pero como que estabas grabando,
No, because we were
sacando.
jamming. We were
Yeah.
jamming in places with them, around the area.
It was tough for you guys to get radio airplay, ¿verdad? Or
It was, man, because that style just wasn't the most sought out. It wasn't.
it wasn't the style of the day. It was like classic,
right. People liked it.
Uh-huh.
They played once, maybe another time, but the big sound, Tejano sound was
with
that.
four voices and shit.
Right, and then the norteño was already starting to transform.
And then after Joey, you were without a label. What was your next step? What were you gonna do?
Next step was we do our own thing, and I remember Danny was revamping, like, we should do this instead of playing this style. Let's look for this style. But Danny was like, we need to go. So we started coming to the Valley. We started showing. Danny did a lot of research. He's like, he wanted to find out where Intocable was recording. He wanted to find out where Pesado was recording. He started calling people, and he goes, hey, Solido's going to be in Pro Sound. And
Which was here in McAllen.
Aquí in McAllen. He goes, let's go over there. So we finally show up, and I'm like, I don't know any of these people. He's like, no, don't worry about it. Started meeting everybody, talking to everybody. And they knew who we were. Like, oh, you guys are the ones that sing El Bernal. I was like, how you guys know that? Like,
Yeah.
that's true.
Those are musicians, though, right? I
Right.
mean, it's
So-
like the musicians were loving it, and they were responding to it and embracing it, but
Right.
it was hard to get the regular fan to do that, right?
Exactly. So I was like, how do you guys know? Man, we listen to you guys a lot. And then, so, we started befriending everybody. And I remember showing up to a session with Grupo Vidaal and hearing those
Those guys were great, man.
those guys are talented.
Honorio, man.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah.
seen him. I saw him a couple of months ago, I think, at
So
a festival.
yeah, those guys, I see them on Facebook and stuff like that. But when we showed up, we started listening to how they were recording, the ideas. I was like, man, these guys are exactly what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So get their numbers. I go back to some music that I did with AB for Thalia and for Gloria Stefan and Christian. So I used to record with AB. Like after the audition,
What do you mean record with AB?
I would do recordings for these international artists.
Like you do the engineering, or
No,
you?
I would sing.
Oh, you would sing. So you do like the backups or something. or what?
The harmonies, I would create the melodies for the artists,
Wow.
right? So we'd work together on that. So I got a lot of experience in the studio.
You're
young.
vocally trained and all that, or it's just natural, bro?
Yeah,
Natural.
train, and I mean,
By ear.
My mom and dad,
Yeah.
they had a great style together.
That's a cool gig, man, to just go in and lay down backup vocals to those big stars, man.
Great experience, man. Great exposure too.
So you went back to AB's music then, huh?
I had those recordings, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna record this song, and I invited the guys from Iman, me and Danny. We studied it for a little bit. I said, this is what I want to do. I want to make a cumbia, but I want your talent on here. Now, I don't want you to play like you're playing with Iman. I'm going to direct you. And they're like, oh, okay. What did I know, right? So we start throwing it together, and then they're playing stuff that they'd never played before. Like I'd never played it like that. Yeah, I know. This is why I'm asking you to do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And so we rounded up, and now we have a cumbia with like R&B vocals and
A norteño feel.
Right, with the norteño feel, because that's what they gave me.
Uh-huh.
And now we have a unique style. So all of a sudden, the engineer, which was Chewy, right,
Yeah.
shows it to Louis Padilla. Well, then Louis Padilla takes a copy and shows it to Cerca. Now, this is all happening behind the scenes. We don't know.
Yeah.
So then we come back and we're trying to finish up some more tunes, right? Llegaron Chencho y todo lo demás, all his entourage. Hey, para el proyecto. I was like, well, number one, I mean, this is real. This is real stuff.
And Cerca, they ran Mexico, man.
At this time,
I mean, musically,
it's like,
they were the ones that you needed to go through to book anybody.
right. So number one, I was like, well, number one, I don't know who you are, right? And so I'm paying for this session. So why are we stopping? The engineer goes, hey, that's Cerca. I don't know who that is. And he's like, dude, trust me, they want to talk to you. So they came back, took us to the other room, the other studio, sat down and said, look, I want you guys to hold up the project. We want to record you. We want to put you with us. So there we go. We start, doing the deal and, working with Cerca.
¿Qué canción grabaron ahí? What was the name of the song, man? Let's look for
Ya
it.
sé.
Ya sé?
Yeah.
Let's hear it, bro, man. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Para que la raza se dé cuenta de la música también. Para, they check it out.
Yes, sir.
Vámonos, Recio. Vamos a ver. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the very first one that you went norteño on.
Right.
Órale. Ya sé. ¿Es la música de la producer rally, bro?
Sí,
Yes, it is.
Sí.
It is.
You got to check them out, ladies and gentlemen. This song's about 15 years old, maybe even longer than that. Maybe
Yes, sir.
20. It's about 2005, something like that.
2001 when we recorded this.
21 years.
Mas no encuentras una forma.
That's the video we just put a little while ago, ladies and gentlemen, where he's looking all preppy by the bridge. So let's go to Chaz's, the Chat Zone with Chaz. It's brought to you by Rody's Country Fried Chicken in Eagle Pass. Old-fashioned country since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken, all the sides, fish and shrimp, hot dogs, chicken fried steak. They're located 1910 Lindo Highway, the fastest drive-thru in Texas. You can call them at 830-773-9189 para levantar un poquito unos gizzards. Mañana va a venir Rick from Rody's. He's going to be here in the studio, and he says he's bringing some
Gizzards?
freeze-dried gizzards.
Wow.
Yeah, because that way we can put them in an air fryer and do
Oh
them and
my
eat them fresh. Because every time,
Thank you, Rick.
every time he brings, us gizzards,
They're hours old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a little soggy, but
Yeah.
they're still delicious
They're
with
still
the special sauce.
Yeah, they are. But still, it's not as good as fresh. Yeah.
Thank you, Rick.
So what do we got there, Chaz? What's up, bro?
Real quick, shout out to Ravishing Rick Rody because he sent me a video and he sent it to you too,
Yeah.
right? And his place out there looks phenomenal, and the video will show it tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
And
we got video and picture. He's going to be here so we can unveil
Yeah,
it. You know,
we
we want to
can-
unveil it, but he's got an area where it's on its way to Kickapoo, the Kickapoo Casino.
he's making his own Disneyland.
Está bruto. It's really nice, babe.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
And Riley, get ready for a second honeymoon
Ah.
at Ravishing Rick Rody's.
The Casino Motel, we're on our way.
Big shout out to everyone at the Blue Line Truckers. Shout out to you. And this is from Jody Navejas. And Joey said he met you in Las Vegas. And he said you were a very humble guy, and he wanted to ask if you plan to record the 3/4-part harmony ever again. Is that in your plan to do those style of harmonies?
It is, man. That's something we're going to talk about in a little bit. But
Yeah. Órale.
yeah, it's actually something that we've already been working on. So rest assured, it's coming. It's coming real soon.
It's got a very distinct sound when you put all four voices together and they're all harmonizing.
Yeah, and Jody was saying, "Hey, you were very humble, very nice,"
Thank
and
you.
he was happy to meet you in Vegas. And then the other question from Sal in the house, who's getting his master's.
Like we saw.
He's
Nerd
he's
alert.
yeah, nerd alert. No, and it's all being paid for by the VA. The VA.
Awesome,
So,
man. All right.
hey, thank you for your
Yeah,
service.
for sure.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you won the Latin Grammy? Did you feel like, hey man, like we finally made it, or was it? What was your expectation versus the reality of when it happened?
Well, at the end of the day, we love doing music no matter what it is, right? And so just to be nominated, that in itself, to be considered, because we weren't even in the lineup for that, and the comment Freddie made was like, man, we didn't even know this was going to happen. You guys are like the wild card. Nobody really knew, because they all vote, right? And it somehow people around Texas, that's what they did. They voted for the Grammy for us to be nominated for the Latin Grammy.
Yeah.
So it's what a feeling, man, because Rudy's dream, he always talked about the Grammys, right? Always talked about, man, one day. And just to have that experience, just to be called, that phone call and say, hey, man, you guys are going to go to the Latin Grammys. I mean,
Wow.
super awesome.
That's great.
Couldn't
man.
be more blessed. Couldn't ask God for anything else, because you know what? He always blesses every day, man. And
Yeah.
so that was just the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
So for us, it was an awesome feeling. Thank
Wow.
you.
That's awesome, man. We get some good questions. Anything else, Chaz?
And of course, always whenever we have an artist that sings, there's always the question: is it possible, Rock, that he could do a little something?
yeah.
I mean, is that
Ponemos un karaoke ahorita, carnal. ¿Qué
That's
quieres
what they're
hacer?
asking for.
they're asking for? And Rock is wearing Accept. I don't know if you want to do it. What genre?
Un Van Halen o algo, carnal?
We could try something.
Led Zeppelin?
Back in Black, carnal? Black in Black, carnal? Black in Black.
I know, you said black.
Ya, bien raza, ya, man.
Hey, black and black.
Está bruto el CD Black in Black, carnal.
Yeah, that's like when they say, estoy listo para Valentine's. Where did the M come from?
They added it in.
No, hombre, voy a ir a ver a Black in Black allá en Corpus Christi, carnal.
Everything all messed up.
You know what I hate, bro, is when they say Juan Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody says that.
They say
Everybody says Juan Gabriel. It's Juan Gabriel. Gabriel. But man, anybody, ladies and gentlemen,
In the valley.
in the valley, well, maybe.
It's a valley thing. Yeah.
Pero yeah, everybody. Hey, no me gusta mucho Juan Gabriel. Oh my God,
Yeah.
it's the greatest. Oh, who? Juan Gabriel? Yeah, Juan Gabriel. He's awesome. Pues chinga.
They don't pick up on the correction.
No, they don't. Right.
Totally
Only in the
oblivious.
valley.
And tomorrow, ask around. Have you heard of Juan Gabriel? Oh, Juan Gabriel? Yeah. And they'll say Juan Gabriel.
Yeah.
So with Cerca, carnal, how was your experience
Are we
with
doing
Cerca?
karaoke?
Oh, well.
Are we doing it later or now?
We'll do it in a little bit.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me talk about Cerca.
Okay.
And then karaoke will be sponsored by the Green Hit, all right? All right?
Yeah,
Nice.
okay, very good.
Los ponemos bien gummies cuando estás cantando, carnal. Bien gummy bear. Órale, so you went with Cerca. How was your? Did they sign you up? Did they give you some cash up front? What did they do, man?
There was never any cash involved, but we did a whole project with them,
And what was the project? What was it? I mean,
it was
they signed you up, and what? What was the promise?
one CD, right?
Okay.
Because they were gonna make their own label.
Okay.
Right? And so
Cerca Records.
Cerca Records,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that was 2001, and I remember we recorded the whole album, and this is before Duelo came out, right?
Sí.
So Duelo was recorded at the same time, and then they put the disco on hold, and they said, "Well, we're gonna make our own label, and we're working with Sony Norte, right?" And so the album sits there for 4 years.
No way, dude.
Yeah, it sits there for 4 years. Whole time we can't record nowhere else.
And so what happened? They like Duelo came in and all that, and so they gave them priority and they forgot about you. Or what?
Duelo was with Universal, Univision.
All right, yeah.
And we were going to be with Cerca, so they were still trying to get all their stuff together for Cerca Records, right?
Oh, okay.
And so that album was put on hold, right? And I was like, well, what do we do now? You know, like.
And you couldn't do anything because you were signed to them.
Right.
Wow, that sucks, man.
Yeah, we couldn't do nothing. But the good thing is that we did a lot of interviews in Monterrey. We did a lot of shows in Monterrey. We were going to Mexico a whole lot. So
you were still capable of gigging.
Yeah, we just couldn't record.
Yeah.
And all we could do is, like, hey, the album's good.
Hey,
the album's good.
Def Leppard would record every 4 years, carnal. Don't worry about it, man.
That's it.
So anyway, and then after 4 years, the contract expired? How long was that contract?
It was 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. So after 4 years,
Man.
they put the CD out, and
you never attempted to talk to them and say, hey, pues si no van a hacer nada, let me go do my thing.
Yeah, we did.
And they wouldn't want to.
They just said, just be patient. We're gonna do something. So I mean, we took it for what it was,
dude.
the face value of it, and
Yeah.
and then
I bet that was freaking frustrating, bro.
Man, you better believe it.
Yeah. And you couldn't get any attorneys involved or anything, right? I mean,
No, and because we had signed a contract,
you don't want to mess with Cerca, bro.
It was the same, but it was the same thing to deal with the movie of Selena, that we didn't get the credit that we were supposed to. They didn't put it in the movie.
Well, yeah, you guys came out singing in the movie, didn't you?
Yeah, we opened up the scene.
Yeah.
You would think we get recognized, but we
And the vocals that come out in the movie are you guys from
They're
the
us.
Dinos at the beginning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no credit in there. They didn't put any credit at all.
It's on the soundtrack, but it's not in the movie.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, you're on the soundtrack anyway. That's cool, dude. Yeah, but now that's kind of tough, man. In the credits at the end, and then how many people see all the credits? You know,
Yeah, I mean, it comes back to.
But you came out physically in the movie, didn't you?
No, we
you
didn't come
didn't.
out physically,
I
no.
thought I had remembered you guys like in there singing or something.
we were on set because we recorded on set, right?
Okay.
But we didn't come out in the movie. Just our vocals.
Orale. So then, Cerca 5 years, and you were ready to get the hell out of there.
We got out, and then we just started recording on our own. And learned the business the way we learned was that way.
Yeah.
Did our own projects, produced ourselves, looked for the music, found the writers.
Bought the studio time.
Exactly.
Produced and engineered your own thing.
Right. We did our own thing.
And what year was this?
This is
2010?
2005.
2005? Yeah.
Yeah. We ended up doing that. And we just kept going at it. And then somehow we found ourselves talking to Freddie, and then we, fast forward a couple of years, and we're working with those guys.
Yeah. So are you still with Freddie?
No.
What's the name of that song with Freddie, man? We played the video right now.
Porque la vida no perdona.
Yeah, the one that you with your credit cards.
Yeah.
Right? La vida no perdona, right?
Yeah,
La vida.
vida.
Yeah. No perdona. And this is a good song, bro. Salió a toda madre la canción esta, bro. It's nice. And I'm gonna recio. Back it up a little bit. I'm gonna recio. Let's check this out. This is a good song. Los Vidal.
Yes, sir.
Out of Kingsville, Texas. Soy bruta el acordeón, bro. En el video bien trajeado, tú bien professional.
Pharmaceutical rep. Pharmaceutical rep.
Oye,
Llegué a tu puerta y te reclamo
The Voice.
todo lo que has hecho mal. Cuando tú vivas en carne propia, el delirio y el dolor. Pobre de tu corazón, si ahora me tocó a mí. Y la soledad está en mi cama, porque sin querer descubrí que tras mis espaldas me engañabas.
Right there.
He caído en tu traición, pobre de mi corazón. Ya verás
Right here.
que todo en este mundo da vueltas.
Like that.
Pagarás, será con la misma moneda, porque la vida no perdona como yo
bruta la rola esta,
Encuentro
bro.
refugiado
That should have been a hit, bro.
de esta historia que no tiene solución.
¿Verdad, babe?
I love it.
Y la conclusión, sé que la vida no perdona.
La vida no perdona, Grupo Vidal.
Estarás en esta situación, vas a sufrir, vas a llorar
You
igual.
got a great voice, dude.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Tienes una vocesona bruta, carnal. Sústame aguantar.
Que todo en este mundo da vueltas. Pagarás, será con la misma moneda.
So, saliste de cerca y de ahí te fuiste con Freddy. Y tuviste,
We had some time to,
yeah, you
to
had some
work on
time off.
Right. We had some time where we just did our own thing,
Ajá.
recorded what we wanted.
¿Y qué pasó? ¿Freddy les habló o qué? ¿O les hablaste tú a Freddy? Or maybe we
Actually,
can...
Danny had seen him somewhere. They started talking.
Junior?
No, senior.
Senior, okay.
And then the relationship just evolved from there.
Yeah.
And we talked for about a year because we were still doing our thing, right?
Yeah.
And then we finally just went and signed a contract. You know, it was, one album per year. Every year was optional.
Yeah.
Right? And as long as we wanted to record, as long as he wanted to do it, we were good.
That's Freddie Records is such a great organization as far as,
For sure.
putting out hits, consistency. I mean, I think they've had the best consistency than any other label
For sure.
in this industry, besides, Capital EMI and all these that
Right.
came in the 90s.
Right.
But back before Capital EMI, CBS, all these came in the 90s, these big national labels,
Right.
you had Hacienda Records, you had Freddie Records, you had Joey, you had Manny, you had these small labels that would, help the Tejano, or that were actually driving the Tejano music on the radio and recordings and all that stuff. And out of all those, Freddie was, they had Ramon Ayala, they had Carlos Miranda, they had Agustin Ramirez. Everybody went through Freddie, man, and it was just consistency, man, big time. Right. How was it with Freddie? You did one album, two albums? It was optional?
We did 3 albums.
So you
right?
did 3 years with him then?
Yeah. Actually, 5. We just put out 3 albums.
Okay.
Yeah, because we remember COVID hit and all that stuff, and so it took a toll on when we were going to release the last album, and we recorded another one, just didn't get a chance to release it. We still have it, just still hold it in the pocket. Right
Yeah. And so right now, what's going on, man? I mean, what's going on with you guys?
So we got our brand new single. It's called Toma Mi Mano. It's on YouTube and all the digital streams, right?
Well, let's play it, man. Todo a mi mano, Los Vidal. I haven't heard the new one.
Toma.
Toma.
Mi mano.
Toma.
Take my hand.
Órale. No, it's drink my hand.
No. Take my
Is it Valentine?
Yeah. Pues toma. Toma means drink, no?
Yeah.
Sí, pues
Drink
it's
my
two-
hand.
There's a two.
Voy a tomar a la noche.
Drink my hand, please.
Toma mi mano.
Or you could do it the other way. Toma mi mano.
Javier, what was the name of the song with the video, with the credit card and all that? They're asking. What was the name of that song
That's
again?
the one we're hearing right
Porque la
now.
vida no perdona como yo.
La vida no perdona.
Well, there you go, multi-transport.
So this is the latest from Vidal. I like the picture. It's a cassette, bro. It's awesome. Look it up. The name looks good. The little teeth in the little cassette. That's awesome, bro.
No importa cuánto magia que te pongas, bonita eres natural.
Yeah.
No importa qué marca de ropa tú luzcas, tú eres la marca ideal.
Pa' las paredes, baby.
Mejor accesorio es tu sonrisa.
He said,
Pagas paredes.
Eres natural.
look, I like you natural, baby.
No importa qué marca de ropa tú luzcas, tú eres la marca ideal. Y el mejor accesorio es tu sonrisa. Quiero vestirme de ti, quiero tus besos.
¿Oí?
Tu moda es especial. Quiero llenarme de tu perfume caro, el que dejes en mi ser. No hay nada más bello en esta vida, ni la revista más importante. Tiene lo que tienes solo tú. Toma mi mano,
Oh,
en mi
that was
corazón.
nice, bro.
Toda la vida yo te daré todo
damn.
mi amor.
artist from Los Vidal.
Yes, sir.
You need to stream it. Put it on your playlist. Play it all day long. ¿Cómo subieron la música online? Do you have like a TuneCore account or something?
We have we go through DistroKid, right?
Okay.
So you put it out on all the digital platforms.
Yeah.
It comes out on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how you found it. So it's wonderful now, man, because a lot of groups that I talk to, young groups. So how you do this? How do you do this? I go, they say, well, I want to go over here and sign with this label. I want to be this label. I said, nowadays labels are great, right? They're great to have una marca. I said, but nowadays, you can do it on your own, right?
Yeah, it just takes work.
It takes work.
Yeah.
It takes hustle.
Yeah, and you kind of got to know what you're doing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you record a song and it's all about distributing, marketing, and branding. And now you put it up and you upload it on a platform like TuneCore Distro or whatever the one you're on. And then you pay them a fee, like $70 a year, and then they distribute to all the platforms so they can get them everywhere. And then you get records of it. And then when you stream the song, ladies and gentlemen, the money goes into the account of that platform that they're on. And usually, man, the money that comes in is just to renew the damn year.
It does not. People think like, are you getting? So if you charge 99 cents, you're not getting 99 cents.
No, you get
like,
half a cent.
Yeah, you're getting like exactly not even a penny. So you have to stream it like a million times. So anybody listening out there, stream it a million times. Just play it over and over.
Yeah.
So you almost get a penny?
Almost, yeah.
All right, well, keep hustling, man.
Yeah.
Get that penny.
I want the penny.
Well,
if,
at the end of the year, and I would imagine your music gets pretty decent, streams, and not just yours, but like Spanish music in general, right?
We get a report.
Yeah,
So
because like for us, like Whiskey D, that we've got Southern rock and stuff. It's a little tougher, bro. But usually the money that comes in at the end of the year, it tells you, you get an email says your TuneCore renewal is about to come up,
Right.
Because you got to pay yearly. If you skip a year, they're going to take all your music off the stream platforms.
Right.
So you got to keep rolling it. You know what I mean?
And I bet it's more than a penny.
Probably, yeah. No, and then what happens is it
They take
renews.
everything out.
It renews, and it just takes the money you made out of the account. You got like $10 left, something like that. So it's cool. I mean, it's still good that we don't have to pay it out of our pocket.
The wonderful thing, Rock and Chaz, is that throughout all the experience, with Serka, Joey, with Abraham, we learned so much, right? And the experience that we got from that. I call it the school of music, right?
Yeah.
So you learn a lot, right? You develop and so we started to think like, okay, well, what are we gonna do next? Are we gonna look for another label, or are we gonna do our own thing? So we made our own label, Brothers Music, right?
Yeah.
And now we got 5 different groups that we're working with, right? It's all us, right? But we're all represented. But because we do a lot of different varieties, right?
Yeah.
So I took that and said, well, why not invest into what we do naturally?
Yeah.
From the oldies to the country to the Tejano to myself just putting out songs. I mean, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
So
that's good, man.
So we took that, and not only are we doing Grupo Vidal, we are doing Los Vidal, we're doing El Conjunto Vidal, we're doing JD and the Travelers, and we're doing Javier Vidal. So all that stuff is on YouTube.
And if they want to book you guys, would they call do we have the booking information to put on the TV, babe? So
we have their social media handles.
you got a band, or you got to put a band, or you got to put the $500 down for a PA or anything like that?
We got a
Like
band
in the
now.
beginning
Don't worry,
when he started,
we got
right?
a band now, right? So,
Yeah.
And it won't be 500, trust me.
Yeah.
Not gonna put it out there.
Yeah,
You should have your own shampoo.
Yeah, that would
Los
be awesome.
Vidal shampoo.
Ahí es.
I mean, the marketing is there.
Los Vidal Sassoon.
Ándale. Los Vidal Saloon.
Where did that name come from, bro?
From Spain.
Yeah, but like for you, like for the band.
Why did you pick it?
Yeah.
Oh man, because we started out with brothers. Like we didn't have a band. It was the Vidal brothers. Or
So it's your last name.
Yes, it's our last name.
Naturally, it was supposed to be Vidal brothers, right? But everywhere we went, hey, Dos Vidal. And then the next one, it's the Vidal brothers. No, it's just Vidal. Or Vidal. And no, every time they got it wrong. I was like, whatever, man. Whatever you all want to say.
Hey, but they were saying Vidal, so that's the brand right
that's
there.
the brand.
So it is your last name officially.
Yes, officially it's our last name. Yes.
All right.
All right, man. So the song is Toma Mi Mano.
Toma mi mano, pon tu fe en mi corazón, porque toda
So vamos a hacer un karaoke o qué, carnal?
Si quieres.
Órale.
Si puedo.
Hey, did he mention the information to get booked or no, babe?
I did not.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, no.
Todos tengo la pluma y el papel.
You know, you can reach us at 361-455-7852. That's 361-455-7852.
We're going to add the number in the description. So after the show,
Yeah.
you could just look in the description. Ahí está el número de los Vidal. You give them a call, Grupo Vidal, right?
Right.
And give them a call and book them, man. These guys will go all over Texas.
You know, I tell you what, you can even go to the Facebook. The number's there too. You can message us on Messenger,
Instagram.
Instagram.
Ya no estoy en Facebook yo, carnal.
Ya no.
Nambe, bro, puro pinche restriction. It's
Oh,
going
see?
down, bro. Did you hear about that? That Facebook, Charlie, Facebook is like, they're laying off a lot of, the stock just collapsed.
Yeah, the thing about your Facebook, Rock, is that if you stay away from politics, you do real well.
Dude.
I've seen you just put like, hey,
Bro.
my favorite Michael Jackson song, and it goes, but then if you talk about politics, like it gets banned.
Bro, no,
Yeah.
bro, they banned me. They restricted me for a picture that I posted like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when it was like, it was the Wild Wild West.
Right.
I mean, you could put whatever you want.
It was graphic.
And then there was no wokeness, none of that shit.
You know, one thing, speaking of Facebook, one thing I'm getting these warnings like, hey, you're sending things that are like inappropriate. And I'm not.
No.
I'm like, I'm not even sending anything.
Yeah, and you get paranoid, right?
And they're like, why are you warning me for things that I'm not doing? And I'm like, all right, whatever, man.
Well, it's that when you put, PhD stuff and professor stuff, you're just opening up the whole damn thing to
Right.
this guy's too smart to be on fucking Facebook.
I mean, it's laudable.
It's laudable.
I mean,
It's laudable.
it's commendable. I mean,
Yeah.
but so yeah, I don't know about FB, but
Well, dude, I haven't been on it. I get restricted. I'm like, why the hell am I gonna be wasting my time, effort, and creativity on this damn platform if nobody's seeing it?
Right.
Because they throttle shit. They put an algorithm, and if they do that with your stuff too on the
They do.
pages because they want you to pay.
Right.
And then I found the freaking loophole, dude. Like, I would put a poster of an event, right? And I'd put free tickets, free pair of tickets for everybody that comments Whiskey D. And I'd get like 20 comments, right? And then I'd get 1 through 20. Hey, give me a number 1 through 20 and 15 wins. Orale, I'll give them to you. So then sometimes I didn't have my wife or anybody to ask for a number. So I went on and I said, give me a number 1 through 50. And those were the comments of that previous post. By the time I'd get down the hall, there was like 200 comments. And every time somebody comments, their friends see that they commented on that, and then their friends comment, and their friends comment. You know what I mean? So it snowballs.
Right.
Right? And I said, what if I put a poster and I just asked for a number? And I did that. Nombre, brato, the poster started getting like 400 or 500,
So without doing a live video, you went and did a poster.
Well, I put an ad. This was before live video was available and shit like that. This was like 5, 6, 7 years ago. This was probably live video available, yeah, but I wasn't doing that. Pero nombre, bro. And then Raymond Horta called me, hey, bro, that was genius what you're doing, bro. Then I started seeing other friends do it, promoters and stuff. But then I think they caught on to it, and boom, hey, this is some shit. Yeah, because Facebook ain't gonna let you just take advantage of their place like that, man. They want to make money, right? But I don't know, man. I'm thinking, I'm probably, I don't know. The thing about it, if Facebook goes down, there's so many memories there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of
everything that
pictures.
you've posted, that's right.
Your whole life, your whole digital life is in there, and the day it's gone.
That instant gratification, all that stuff you did is done.
Yeah. You on Instagram too?
Yeah, we have Instagram.
Orale. Yeah, I'm pushing Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, as a matter of fact, you need to go to my Instagram and my TikTok because last night I went to a concert And that's where I'm going to be uploading all the stuff. It was really cool. TikTok is at RocknRollJames 2020. And on Instagram, you can follow me at RocknRollJames, okay? And then we have at hashtag PVT, which I just put stuff about the show, right? And then I have the at Whiskey D Band. Now that one, it's got all the stuff we've been doing. We played with Striper this past weekend and all that. So last night I went to a concert and I was posting some stuff and on TikTok, and I posted this video. Do you have that video, babe? The one I sent you with that I'm on the stairs? Yeah. I hadn't. I was there inside Sunset Station. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I was at Sunset Station. There was a bar and there was like a dance floor with lights and a stage, and Accept was playing there. And then I posted on Instagram here at Sunset here watching Accept at Sunset Station. And somebody commented, that's where Selena recorded the No Me Queda Más video. And then I freaked out. I said, that's right. This is the place. I turn around and I see the stairs. And then, so I made this video and I put it on TikTok, but I'm going to share with you. But most of the stuff I'm putting on TikTok. Check it out.
Selena, can you sing for me?
What key is it in?
In the key that opens the trunk to the car.
In the key that opens the door of the trunk. Que perderme en un abismo de tristeza y lágrimas.
This is the staircase where I did that scene with Selena that's on YouTube. Inside Sunset Station. We're here to see Accept. But this brings back a lot of memories for me. The staircase where Selena recorded No Me Queda Más. This was it. And I'm back here. I got chills.
That was a trip, bro.
That's awesome.
I kind of like, it hit me like really weird when I saw the staircase. I was like, holy smoke. 27 years that I've been there. The reason I didn't recognize it was because there's a bar. It's nothing like it was when I was there with when they had a little group of violins and all that, like a little orchestra on the side of the stairs, and then it was just like a lobby, But now it's a full-blown concert hall and a club. So I didn't recognize. And the band I saw last night, I was right up front. I got to meet them, Accept. And probably a lot of you don't know who they are, but you probably know the song they do. It's called Balls to the Wall. So here's a little clip of it I'm going to be putting on my social media. Check it out.
Wow, man. By the way, so that lead singer, he's 68.
Dude.
And how was his energy the whole night, Rock?
Bro, it's like seeing him. He's a short guy.
Yeah, little guy.
I actually got to meet him, folks. I went into their dressing room and all that, and it was a VIP thing. And
the VIP experience.
Yeah, the VIP experience. I paid $100, and they gave me a bag with the Accept and some guitar picks, and they autographed all the stuff. So me and my friend, we were able to go into a room and hang out with him. And hombre, awesome dude. Se portaron a toda madre. And I they said, you know, the management, like, hey, no video, no phones, and we're gonna take a picture of you all, and then we'll send it to you. They still haven't sent me the freaking picture. Pero a mí me vale madre, yo prendí el pinche phone y yo comencé a grabar y grabé con el guitar player, ese vato, el pelón, ¿no? El Wolf Hoffman.
The original guy from 76?
And with the singer, I had to, you know, I was like, aquí estaba seguida de mí un chaparrito el vato. And so I need to put it together so I can put it on our TikTok or hashtag PBT. Pero estaba toda madre. And there was only like 4 people there that got the VIP experience, 4 or 5. No muchos.
Right. I mean, to find a hardcore Accept fan, I mean, that's pretty.
No, hombre, se saca. If they're playing tonight, I'd watch them tonight. If they're playing tomorrow, I want to bring them to the Rio Grande Valley, dude. I really do.
You know what? They're one of those bands, kind of like we've talked about Saxon, that their later albums are actually better than their old ones.
Yeah.
But the people only know the old stuff.
Yeah.
And
I was never really a big Udo Dirkschneider fan. This guy's
way
I'm
better.
a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan of this guy. He's got an amazing voice, dude.
I was listening to that song "Zombie Apocalypse" from that new album.
The Undertaker. Have you heard
The Undertaker? That's a great song.
That's a great song, man.
Mr. John, we want to tell you, hey, man, listen to that new Accept album.
Yeah, dude.
It is really. In fact, their last 3 albums or 4 are really good, right, Rock?
Did you see the drum set the guy had in the video? Yeah. When I saw the drum set, I'm like, that's a metal drum set right there, dude.
And he's also a plumber. So, I mean, that's laudable.
Hey, that singer had a lot of ánimo, right?
Oh yeah, big time.
He probably went to that
Dr. T.
Puro pinche Dr. T's, carnal, ya
I
sabe.
know, man.
Ya sabes, es todo. 68 years old, todavía era pinche Accept touring y la chingada. No me cállate la boca, chera. Por eso vamos a estar haciendo PBT hasta que tenga yo 100 años, para que sepan, carnal, cuando we'll retire.
And I'll still be going, shout out to Sal in the house. It's like same pattern.
Sal's retiring as superintendent. Está retiring.
As the dean of the social sciences.
Ladies and gentlemen, so vamos a hacer el karaoke. ¿Qué rola te quieres inventar? Una cover, lo que tú quieras, carnal.
Well, let me see. What do you think, John?
Una de inglés. Date una de inglés,
we
carnal.
can do
Something romantic.
Do Back at One from Brian McKnight.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to show me the words.
Ah, sí. ¿Y cómo se llama?
Back at One.
Bueno, I gotta go over here.
No, Back at One.
BACK at 1?
At One.
Okay. Yo no conozco ese vato por eso.
Yes.
That's
It's like Midnight Magic type of stuff.
adult contemporary.
And why did you all go like, ooh?
Because that guy is adult contemporary.
¿Y canta chingón de amare o qué?
Yeah, he's like modern day, you know. He's like a modern day Grover Washington Jr.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Oye, 2 voces ahí, carnal. ¿Cómo la ves? Rock and Chaz, carnal.
Rock and
Voces, papá. Vocal Duo of the Year. Ahí la chica.
Sí puede ser.
For the Cameron County, Hidalgo County Grammys.
Yeah.
Brothers Music will record you. Ponle. De volada.
A ver, vamos a ver. Aquí están las palabras, carnal.
A ver. Oh, there it is. A ver si toca.
Oh, wow. Javier Vidal from Grupo Vidal, ladies and gentlemen.
Eso. I'm gonna try because I'm raw, but
¿Quieres un té o algo?
nah.
¿Una shot de tequila?
Show's got to go on. It's undeniable that we should be together. It's unbelievable how I used to say that I'd fall never. Places you need to know if you don't know just how I feel. Then let me show you now that I'm for real. If all things in time will reveal. Yeah. One,
like a dream come true. 2, just wanna be with you. 3, girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And 4, repeat steps 1 through 3. 5, make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done, and I'll start back at 1.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like it's Valentine's.
Yeah.
I told you it was Midnight Magic stuff. I told you.
That is awesome, bro. I want to thank you for coming by, bro.
Hey, man, thank you for having us.
Appreciate it, man.
All of you guys doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, man. No, I'm really proud of you, man. I'm glad you're still sticking to it in the music.
Sir.
A lot of people give it up, man. You know what I mean? And hey, you know, I mean, look at the talent you have.
Thank you.
I mean, and just it's just amazing, man. And I really appreciate you coming down, man.
It's been a pleasure, man. Everybody who's following you guys and watching the show, thank you too, and thank you for the opportunity, man. We're blessed once again. When I reached out to you, and it didn't take not even 2 minutes. Hey, bro, what's up? I mean, it was like old times, like we've been talking todavía siempre. I know you're busy. I'm always on the road as well, but we go back a long way. So thank you.
And you know, and I really don't. People have to call me, you know, and ask to be on the show.
I understand.
And because I really don't know who to reach out to or who not to reach out. Sometimes I'll run into somebody. Hey, man, you want to come on the show?
Right.
But you know, I'm really appreciative that you got a hold of me and talked about the show. And I said, hell yeah. I mean, I knew you since you started, man, back in the day.
Back in the day.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that amazing karaoke segment was brought to you by The Green Hit, offering you a natural alternative to sing karaoke, right? It's for stress and pain with various CBD, infused oils, lotions, edibles, gummies, and even inhalants to combat and recuperate the body and mind. They've got amazing name brand bongs and pipes and all the accessories for smoking. The detoxers can purge all the toxins from your body that it absorbs day in and day out. Full body and mental relaxation. Veterans, you're always welcome, and you always have special discounts. And if you say hashtag PVT, you get a discount. Even Chaz and I say it when we go there.
Yeah, we do.
We get our own discount. They have
I have my own discount.
Yeah. They have the most knowledgeable staff in the industry with Hector, Louie, and Javi. And the thing about it, if you go there, you're probably not going to go in and out because you end up striking up a conversation with Louie or Javi, and you can be there for an hour just talking with the guys.
Whether UFC, AEW, or NFL, they got it all covered.
Or their products.
Or their product, yeah.
I mean, these guys know the in and out of every product. They're located in FAR on Old 83. The number is 956-666-9088. They're also located in Mission, 956-591-0114. All you got to do is give them a call or check them out on Facebook and Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, had hashtag PVT, we're sharing their stuff all the time on our stories. The Green Hit is a perfect place for relaxing the mind and spirit in an all-natural way. It is fantastic and a good way to sleep. So, Javier, thank you so much, man.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we got Rick Roadies.
Ravishing
Rick Roadies. And he's going to bring some frozen gizzards so we can air fry them. Babe, where can we get an air fryer? We can do them tomorrow.
Sam's.
Okay, we're going to go get an air fryer tomorrow, and we'll have Roadie do
it. Yes.
And we'll videotape it and put it on our TikTok and our hashtag Instagram.
I can't wait.
Okay?
I'm not going to eat all day tomorrow because I'm going to pig out with gizzards.
Gizzard party mañana, papá Asustan. Voy a traer un pinche air fryer de poca madre. You know, the best brand. Yeah. Sears. Oh, what's up?
Black & Decker.
Black & Decker. What are they?
Sears.
And then next Tuesday, we have Juan P. Moreno. I can't wait. You know Juan P. Moreno, man.
Yes, sir.
Ese vato es un bajo sexto, bro. Y la voz que tenía de los chamacos.
Oh, for sure.
And he had his own solo career. También still does. And he's sponsored by a bajo sexto. We're going to be here next Tuesday. Buenas historias. Con madre. And then on Wednesday, we're going to bring in Jesse Turner. Okay? wants to come by the show. He wants to tell us a few things, and we're going to be here live. And then on Thursday, we're going to bring in Nano Ramirez because he's celebrating 50 years of being a promoter here in South Texas, and he's going to have a 3-day festival, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, okay? And by the way, I went to his house. You saw it last night. And Friday, I'm going to upload the video of the stuff he's got in there, some really cool memorabilia from, it's like walking into a time capsule, okay? So show the poster. My band, Whiskey D, will be performing there, ladies and gentlemen. And they'll have a Slipknot tribute. And let me tell you, dude, that Slipknot tribute band is awesome.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
You seen them?
Yeah.
Prosthetics.
Prosthetics,
yeah. Hey, Rock, and you know who's going to be the MC for that event?
You got the gig?
I'm going to be the MC. It'll be a PVT night.
Yeah.
So I'll be there and
put the poster again, babe.
So I'm going to be able to introduce the Slipknot tribute band, The Slayer, Anthrax, and I'm having is that Metallica,
Megadeth, yeah,
Deftones, and Iron Maiden? Is that Iron Maiden? And Iron Maiden
and Whiskey D.
And then of course I get to introduce Whiskey D. And I've never introduced Whiskey D ever.
Yeah.
So this will be a first.
And you know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? We have a bunch of Rockin' Chaz shirts. We're going to take them and we're going to throw them from the stage so y'all can have some free shirts. Okay?
Can it with like a cannon thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, no, hombre, vas a poner de aquella, ladies and gentlemen, and Nano celebrating 50 years. That guy's brought, you know what he has there, bro? He's got like a tour shirt from every show.
Oh, yeah.
Every concert he's had since 1976. He's got like a stack of shirts, like mountains of shirts.
And we were saying he could make a museum just with the shirts that he has. I mean, think about that's a King Diamond shirt, a Kenny Rogers shirt, a Megadeth shirt,
Luis Miguel.
It goes on and on.
1981, 1983, 76. Iron Maiden, 81.
Charlie Daniels.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley.
Grover Washington Jr.
Yeah, and by the way, Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley will be performing on Friday night at his.
Oh, really? They're going to be there?
Yeah, because he's going to have country.
What was their biggest hit? That Mo Bambi?
Hey Mo, where's the dress? Where's the dress? Yeah, I don't know if that movie. I mean, that song would be politically correct nowadays, you know. But hey, Jude looks like a lady. I mean, you know what I mean. So what the hell, right?
But
and then
that's interesting.
And then they have the one I like is this one, bro. Mo and Joe. Watch Mo.
I can never pronounce. Is it Mo Bambley and Joe Stampley or what?
Good old boys, dude. Listen to the son bien cagapalos, bro. Just this one right here. They're gonna. I'm gonna go Friday, babe. I gotta see these guys. These are classic country.
Alamo.
Check out the cover.
Well, I've been kicked out of might near every bar around. I've been locked up for driving 120 through town. Well, I've been shot at and
cut with a knife for messing around with another man's wife. But other than that, we ain't nothing, just good old boys. Oye lo que dice que hace el vato hoy.
I threw my boss out a window and got fired from my last job.
Listen.
Hot wired a city truck and turned it over in the mayor's yard. Well, I beat my brother-in-law half to death. I lost 20 bucks on his football bet. But other than that, we ain't nothing, just good old boys. Good old boys, we're all the
So they're going to be performing on the Friday night there at the McAllen Convention Center. It's part of Fiesta de Palmas. And Mo Bandy and Joe Stampley will be there, Mo and Joe. and Easton Corbin will also be performing there. You know who Easton Corbin is?
I know the name.
Easton Corbin. I remember that song. He had
I'm a little more country than that or something
Yeah.
like that. Easton, let's see. Let's hear it.
This song reminds me of the movie Hooper.
This one, yeah. It reminds me of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. One night in Bangkok.
A little. Okay, hold on.
Is that laudable?
Jerry
Rodriguez.
Yeah, so he'll be playing Friday night. Then Saturday night, Ruben Ramos, A lot of legends will be performing as well that night for the Tejano. And then on Sunday, it's going to be us. But you know what? We got to get going. I didn't realize it was so late, baby. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 10 till 10.
Yeah, it's 10 till 10.
Ay, la mo.
Estos datos tienen que ir hasta Kingsville. No, de volar llegar un pinche Whataburger.
An hour, 15 minutes.
4 o'clock in the morning, go to San Antonio.
Anoche llegué a las... Oh, sí, ¿verdad? Ay, pero nomás es un día.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
No, mañana tocamos in Houston.
Ah, sí. Puro pinche Red Bull. Dale unos Red Bulls. We got Red Bulls. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Just want to make sure you know just who you're getting under this old hat.